just keeping it real. You know what I mean? I do have a past.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do. Big hitter.
And my wife is Colombian, in case motherfuckers need to be missing.
Whoa, we're on
Okay.
live.
All right, we live? Oh, shit.
We
All
live
right, let's
now.
go.
Damn. I'm kidding.
Let me check out the stream online real quick.
I don't.
Conveniently, Ashley's the only one that looks good right now. What the hell?
Really?
All right, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's that website again?
All right, I got it. What website? For what?
For the illegal screening.
Oh, Aaron got it. What is it, Aaron?
What
The
Illegal
website.
stream.
for
The games. Are there
oh
any games on right now?
I don't
meth
know.
streams?
You said Medstream.
No,
Meth.
meth
Like
as
crack.
in crystal meth.
That what?
Oh, is that what we on right now?
No, I was just trying to see if there's any games on. I was trying to see if it worked. I'm always looking for a different one.
Right now, the only game that's on is Houston versus Jazz, but I'm not even watching
Just
that.
tell
I'm
me
watching.
they started 70-win watch for OKC or an NBA Cup knockout on expose youth against desperate veteran team like Phoenix. All right, bet. All right, so welcome back to Entirely NBA, brought to you by Entirely Media. I'm your host, Darren Robinson, and I'm with my guys, Kyle Murph,
What's good?
Aaron Miller, Chris Lucci, and our girl who's having a terrible day, Ashley Shabaya.
That's a way to
What's up,
start.
yeah? Thanks for throwing that in there.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we are live today. So I know TikTok. I know we're on TikTok right now and YouTube. For everyone that has not experienced a live with us before, it'll be friendly banter, NBA topics, and pretty much anything that's in that comment section. So we're very excited to be here. Happy to have you guys. First topic we have on hand today is actually a 70-win debate. I know I don't know, Aaron, if you wanted a foul order and what you had. I know I had some good topics, but I think that's a good place to start. So in terms of generally watching for a 70-win team this year, I think OKC is 18-1 right now.
Yeah,
Is it time for us to actually label that something that we should monitor over the course of the next, I don't know, 50 something games or so, 51 games or so? Or do you think it's even possible or likely that they'll even hit 70 wins? What do you guys think?
I believe it's definitely a possibility. I mean, nobody thought it was possible that the 72-10 record would be broken, but the Warriors did it, and that was pre KD. All right, so I mean, you got to take a look at what the OKC Thunder have been doing. This entire season, the first 10 to 12 games or so far, they didn't have their second best player in J Dub, and they were still, keeping things afloat, not missing a beat. Now that he's back, I don't see them losing that many games until All-Star break, to be honest. So, I mean, the sky's the limit for OKC. And I'm not saying they're going to beat 73-9, no. But maybe 70 wins on the dot, 71, strong possibility for sure. Barring that they stay healthy and, they don't trick off too many games and all that stuff.
Okay. What do you think, Kyle?
Nah, I feel the same way because, like, without having J Dub, that's such a big part of the team. But they have so much chemistry. Like, obviously, SGA is going to be the guy every night. But then you don't know if Caruso or if the other J Dub or Chet or whomever is going to go off because they have such good chemistry, and they have so many pieces. I think it makes sense why they're doing as well. I think they can beat it. I think it's a crazy. If they beat it, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's such a hard task to beat. Like, it's still tough. But if they beat it, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's fluke or talent or whatever reason. Like, they're just a good ass team.
Yeah, I like that. Before you guys go, I want to, obviously, because again, we're on TikTok, I want to be interactive with this. Mo, we'll get to that question in a second so you guys can kind of understand what he's asking. He said, how can the Wizards rebuild? Passing on Queen for Trey was truly a master or malpractice. I agree with you. We'll talk about that in a second. I also want to thank whoever sent that gift. Appreciate you guys always. Ashley, what do you think about that 70-win team for OKC?
I definitely think that it's possible they get to 70. Like, that's not a stretch at all. Beating that record, that's always going to be a tough feat, but 100%, they've been looking great.
They look great. I know. Chris, what you think, brother?
Man, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit on the same topic, but look at this. No, check this out. If they do it, right? If they do it, do they completely erase the KD, Russell, James era that made it to the finals? Do we just totally forget about them now? In regards to OKC.
I don't want to say forget about them, but I mean accolades
Yeah.
wise, it's like you can't argue it.
In terms of what exactly, like forget them in what way?
Meaning, like, do we stop talking about them and bringing them up when when you're discussing OKC or discussing great teams and things of that nature? Like, do that history, the Pistons, right? Chauncey Billups and those guys won. The Pistons, you had Isaiah Thomas and those guys win. You still talk about, obviously, Isaiah, Joe Dumars, and the Bad Boys. So, obviously, KD and them didn't win a championship, but that was an incredible team. We always discussed that, right? The big three all had MVPs. Do you just completely stop talking about that group now with the success of OKC, winning a championship, having their own MVP, and then turning around and winning that many games and, and tying or breaking the 70-game win record? Do they not become a topic anymore?
I think they're a better team. Like this current one is a better team. Obviously, they won the chip, but like individually, I'm taking almost every like KD, Russ, and James Harden over anybody on the OKC currently. Only person's argument really is SGA. So like I don't think it doesn't completely just erase them, but I think it just like as team wise and chemistry, like you can't make that argument at all. Like they're just a better team.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it eradicates them at all. I think just because of the names on that team, right? Like the legacies that are being left by KD, Russ, and obviously James. I think that's one of those things where if they weren't as superstar-roic as they were, then yeah, it's possible that this newfound legacy within OKC with SGA and them could change the narrative on what we think as Oklahoma going forward. But no, those names I think just are too large for us to ever forget who they were and what they did, especially being as young as they were when they made that run and who they went through and obviously ultimately didn't beat. But I don't know, Chris. That's a great question, but no.
Great question, right?
It's
Fair. I'm just saying.
Individually, we won't forget them, but what they did collectively together, it's like we acknowledge what they did, but because they weren't able to, win the big one like this new OKC team did, it's like, thank you for what you did in building the foundation, but they got it done,
Yeah, I think it just like falls further down on the list of relevancy. Like, why is it relevant? There's more stuff to talk about. So, and that's with any team. Like, you have the things that you talk about when something else happens that's more significant. It puts everything else further down the line.
I like that. Russ.
I like that too. Well, I like that too. Mo, sidebar in the comments, says, I think they keep talking about it because it's one of the biggest what ifs in basketball history.
Thanks for that, Mo.
That's fair.
There you go.
Yeah.
What if?
That's
Yeah.
fair. One of the biggest what ifs. Yeah. What if they would have stayed together, or just if maybe just two of them stay together?
Right.
What could have been?
Just anything.
Yeah, I like that. Good comment, Mo. Kai, you good?
I'm straight. I don't know. My camera just keeps freezing, so I'm just trying to work on it while. But I'll stop it. I couldn't leave and come back.
Yeah,
but,
we are live, so there it is.
Yeah,
I
but
love
that's
it.
I was just like, it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure it out how to do it now.
Aaron, what's that second part? The spark. Force a pick? Are they the 2016 Warriors or just a regular season juggernaut about to hit a wall? What do you mean by that?
Wait, you said what?
On that question list, the second part of that says the spark. You're saying, are they the 2016 Warriors or just a regular season juggernaut? And when you say regular season juggernaut, are we comparing that to like what Cleveland was last year?
Or are you comparing it to Golden State that they broke the record but then didn't complete the championship?
I don't know which question you're referring to. The number
Same
one.
question.
Oh,
Just the
same
spark.
question.
Same one. Just the spark part.
Yeah, it was just like a spark statement. That's all it was. It wasn't really a question.
Okay, real quick, Mo wants to know if Harden stayed. You think they win one?
If James Harden stays,
Stayed.
If he
with
stayed
OKC.
stayed in OKC originally with
I
the
feel like
original
they
group.
I feel like yeah, they probably
Yeah.
do win one, but you would have had to transition him from six man to a starting role because at that time they were bringing him off the bench. He won six man of the year for him, and eventually, it gets to a point where somebody becomes so great that you can't just keep keeping him on the bench. I understand like what they like to do with six man is like a Lou Will or Jamal Crawford. Like yeah, you're technically a six man, but you're only going to be sitting on the bench for like the first what 3-4 minutes of the game, and then you're playing
Yeah.
max minutes from there on out. But obviously, I think James is going to get to the point where it's like, no, 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 I'm trying to get that bag, and if you keep me as a six man, you're going to pay me six man money. I ain't going for that. Which ultimately was the reason why he left
Yeah.
because he knew he was a starter. They was trying to pay him six man money, and he was like, no, I know I can. I know I'm a star in this league. And Houston recognized that and said, nah, he's definitely what we think he can be.
Right. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Ultimately, they couldn't keep him because it was a financial thing at that point. And so, but if they had the money to keep him, obviously they would have kept him. Great general manager. Definitely would have had to be a starter just from an ego standpoint. And in order to keep him, they would have had to pay him max money. Therefore, you don't want to be bringing make him a six man and you paying him that level of money. So absolutely they would have won a championship, if not a couple or three.
Oh,
Man,
Oh,
not
three.
one, not two.
Not one, not two, not three.
I mean, I hate talking like what ifs in that regard because it's really hard to like put people in place after this. But I want to ask, like, if they win one or two or three, where does KD you think end up ranking?
Oh my
'Cause that
God.
changes the course of a lot of legacies right there. Like,
Yeah.
Top five.
because then at that point, like, let me see, they win. Let's say they win 2013 and then up to maybe 2017, right? Not all four, but like two or three within that time span. What does that do to Steph? You know what I mean? Like,
What it does
There
to
wouldn't have been a
LeBron.
Warriors dynasty if we're being honest.
yeah.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Aaron.
Wouldn't be no back-to-back unanimous MVP probably because KD would have been collecting more MVPs. Maybe we would have saw more Bron versus KD finals because we knew Bron was going. All right,
Right,
Yeah.
we knew Bron was going to be in
knew
the
Bron
finals.
was
It was just a matter of who he was playing.
right.
Very solid. Very solid. Okay. Next on the topic list, we have the alpha dilemma. So the question Aaron poses is: now that the Luka LeBron pairing is working, right? I would even throw in Luka LeBron AR pairing is working.
For sure.
I don't even know why this is a question out now. I'm reading out loud. Who was the actual MVP of that team? The guy averaging 35 points in Luka, or the 40-year-old orchestrating the entire offense, which is LeBron, motherfucking James.
Too early to tell, right? I mean, LeBron put the. Yeah. LeBron hadn't been playing as much. I mean, prior to, so they were already fucking balling before Bron got there.
True.
But you can never discredit Bron. If they, I guess, at the end, if they win a championship, I'm sure that answer would probably be more. Is it LeBron or Luka where it stands? But right now, shit, Luka. I mean, they're getting it done. They were getting it done without him. So my take is, I don't know if it's a valid question currently.
I was gonna say that too. That's like assuming that those roles kind of stay as they are too, especially with such a long season. Like roles fluctuate, and obviously, like we kind of hit on it before, but is Braun gonna continue to be happy with that being the case too? So
What do you mean by
Look,
that?
y'all. That's
Why
my,
don't
that's my Lakers.
yeah,
It's my Lakers. I like the role LeBron's in right now. He's magic out there. He just he all that shit. He don't need to score. We got the number 1 and the number 4 leading scorers in the NBA on the same team. He is the smartest basketball player we have probably ever seen
Right.
ever. Highest basketball IQ. I'm pretty sure he has fully seen and acknowledged that I ain't got to carry the load no more, which is what he's been dying to have. when we had AD, we remember those conversations. He was trying to hand over the keys to AD, and I guess for whatever reason, AD was kind of hesitant to take the keys from him. But not them two white boys.
You always.
Not them two white boys.
Love calling the white boys white boys.
The white boys.
I'm just saying, Luka has fully acknowledged and embraced, like, this is my team, this is my city now. All right, don't get me.
Did his mic just go out?
I think, yeah.
Or is
I
my
think,
mic?
yeah.
I thought it was me.
No, I think his went up.
That's that good old live. We love live.
Your mic's still out, man. Nope.
Look,
mic's still
look.
out.
Hey,
Nah,
the network.
he
The
got no
network
internet.
was like, he talking
He-
too
he
much
talking
shit.
He picking it up.
We got all that
Oh.
shit. Got all that shit he talked on the last post. They like cut his mic. They the network that cut your mic, bro.
Hey, your
Sorry
mic
about
out,
that.
brother. Yeah, your mic's
Yeah,
still out.
Aaron, your mic out, my camera fucking up.
Your mic out,
I
big
ain't
dog.
seen Kyle in 3 days.
I'm still here. I just my camera fucking up.
Mo said he probably talking his shit too. Yeah, he was. If you know Aaron, you know he was.
Man,
Yeah, yeah.
fact.
Aaron definitely was talking the shit.
Right.
Pull out the conceited. Slow it down. I just dished you.
Why my nephews texting me during the live talking about shit? Who is Ashley?
No, stop, stop.
Hey, pick up the phone. They call, who is Ashley? Boy, I tell you.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to show you some of these message requests we get on Instagram about you. I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
good.
alone.
Those are always fun.
Wow.
Aaron, you good, bro? All right. Well, while Aaron takes care of that, let's go back to that Wizards question, and I'm really interested in hearing your opinion on that, especially because you obviously know the NBA landscape very well. How do the Wizards rebuild? As my man was saying, Mo here, passing on Queen for Trey was obviously malpractice in his opinion. So, what do we think about Washington?
Who you talking to?
Nothing.
Chris, I'm talking.
Man, blow that motherfucking team up.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear
Yeah.
All right, good. What was the question? One more time.
Wizards. They draft
Wizards.
Sell the
horribly.
team.
Sell the team. Sell the team.
Sell the team.
Sell the team. That's what you need to do. Niggas is buns. All right. Can anybody name me the starting five? Can anybody?
Yeah. They got McCollum.
Kispert.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum.
Sar.
No, don't look at your
Kispert,
paper. Don't look at your piece of paper. Look at me.
Right.
No,
Right.
I only got
Yeah.
3 of them. I only got 3 of them. I almost said Denny Avia, but
Who's the coach?
he over.
Oh, the coach? That's Jim
Jim who?
Would
Regiford.
say that's Big Jim.
Yeah, Jim Regiford.
Exactly. No, why are we even talking about the Wizards? Let's just be
He got
honest.
the and we live here, bro. Like, I don't know.
Exactly. Like 3 out of the 5 of us in here are from the DMV, and we don't acknowledge no Washington teams. For God's sakes, Kyle's a Knicks and a Giants fan.
Yes, we
I'm a
do.
Lakers and a
Yeah, we
Packers
do.
fan. No. The Mystics, those are the only. That's the only one of the teams worth a damn. Them and the Caps. All
Caps,
right.
yeah,
but,
Caps are cool.
but other than that, who gives a shit?
No, in all seriousness, if you take the Wizards, right, they're in good shape because 100 million, 97 million come off the books next year.
Who is
Right.
that?
Every fucking body. Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, Malaki Branham, Anthony Gill, Marvin Bagley. And then they had like kind of on the books prior to trade, Marcus Smart and others. So they only got 67 million on the books for next year. So free agency is going to be unique. You know, they can be very active during the draft. They can be awesome in the trade market. They may make some moves before the trade deadline. Hopefully not, because then they'll take on more long-term debt.
Right.
But I mean, they're going to be one of the biggest players in free agency, and probably during the trade deadline as well as during the draft. So, you know, when you're the team, it's not only just the moves that you make, right? You become the bidder in all 2 and 3 and multi-team trades and things of that nature. Oh, we need a third team. We need a fourth team. They can facilitate. We can give them cash. They can take on more roster spots, things of that nature. But they just got to figure it out, man. It doesn't take long. You just got to you got to make some strong decisions in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you made a good point in saying that they can be a major player in the off season, but I mean, realistically, nobody comes to DC. Nobody wants to come to DC. So how can you be a major
what
player
Moses
if
said,
you're not
too.
even a destination that people are attracted to?
That's all
What?
about winning because
Yeah.
DC is a major city, right? So from a marketing and things of that nature and brands and partnerships and things of that nature, it's a great spot. People typically want to go to a Chicago, a LA, New York. I mean, DC
Boston.
is a yeah, Boston. It's a big market. So that's there. It's just about winning and culture. They have a good nucleus with, well, they did draft Bud Carrington. He's a good piece. He's young. They got him on his rookie deal, so he's going to be there. And they got him for cheap, right? He's still on a rookie deal, 4.5 million a year right now. So they just got Alex Sarr.
I'm gonna say Sarr's a solid piece too.
Sounds
Right.
nice.
Yeah. So you got young guys, two solid pieces. Now you just got to figure out if you want to bring in vets or if you want to build it a la OKC and do it in the draft. Do you want to do something, similar to the Pistons where you take your wombs early and then, your draft picks start evolving and then you add the right personnel from the standpoint of veterans, to support those guys and help them grow. I just think you got to be patient with them.
Yeah, because I'm
Shit.
looking at this roster. Like, they're two oldest people on the team is CJ and Chris Middleton. They're 34. But other than that, you look
And they're gone.
26, 22, 20, 24, 24, 21, 21, 20, 19. Like, they're young as shit.
Yeah.
Right. So you just got to be patient. They coming. I'd love to hear what some DC fans think about it, but I think they coming.
Oh, they'll tell you the truth. This team's ass. I'll tell you the truth. We go to the Wizards fans go to the Wizards game to see the other team.
Just see
All right.
that.
That's true. Though. Like the 5 I went to last year, that was all
If
about the other team.
KD,
KD,
LeBron,
uh,
SGA, Ant-Man, Jokic, they coming to town. You think they walking up in there saying, "Yay, go Wizards"? No, they're wearing a Nuggets or whatever the case may be kind of jersey underneath. All right, they ain't there to root for them boys. When's the last time you saw somebody wear an Alex Sarr jersey?
Yeah.
Exactly.
we was in this shit talking mode, huh?
Just me.
Yeah, no, they've been smart. I mean, prior to us discussing that, I didn't even think about that. They got Chris Middleton and CJ. Having those guys on the roster right now is smart because you got those high salaries, big ball. That's 63 million that you got coming off your books next year. That's a good move.
All right, we'll see if we actually get anybody.
Yeah.
So I want to pivot just a little bit then in terms of second options, first options, third options. Bleacher Report just did a little bit of a piece where they ranked the best second options in NBA history. You guys looked at that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The one I want to talk about is the one Kyle brought up, where those years where KD was on the Warriors, they have Steph ranked as the second option on that team. How do you guys feel about that?
He was the second option on that team.
With KD? Yeah. He was. Yeah. I mean,
For sure. Granted, Steph was a back-to-back MVP and all that, but let's not act like we know what it is. Steph, you are the franchise. You are the face of the franchise, but this is the best player on the team by far. I don't think anybody argued that. I think what we fully acknowledge after KD left, and the reason he left was because he knew he was not going to get that type of love the same way Steph, Draymond, and Clay got that kind of love. But no, there was no doubt in anybody's mind. We knew who the best player on that team was, despite who Steph was at that moment in time.
Yeah.
I got it, D. I got it. I think D is saying maybe not necessarily the best player, but was Steph still the first option? One could argue that the team still ran through Steph and KD became super efficient and obviously we all know he was the most talented, but had tremendous success because the offense still ran through potentially Steph. Clay still got his shots. They talked about the ball didn't stick. It kept moving. And KD talked about how this was easier basketball. He didn't have to fight and create to get his buckets. But one could argue that a little bit. I might see where you're going a little bit.
I know.
I mean, I definitely see, obviously the offense was still, they didn't change their offense because they didn't have to, though. KD fit well into that offense because, like you said, the ball didn't stick. When you got shooters like Steph, Clay, and KD, all three players move great without the basketball. You know, Steph and KD have more one-on-one capability, but you only need that when you need it, when it's down to the shot clock. But other than that, the offense didn't change. They just added a player that knew would adjust well to it because he already played that style of basketball. So it was an easy fix
Yeah.
or fit, I should say.
It's more just seeing, like, knowing who Curry is, and then you put somebody. There's not many people that can come to Curry's team and take his spot. KD just happens to be that person that goes to almost any team, and he's the number one option. So it's just weird to see that, like, oh shit, like Steph's listed as a great second option of all time, and it's like, but he has 4 rings, arguably the best in the decade, the 2010 decades. Like, it's just weird to see that, but it's a testament to how tough KD really is. Oh,
Any comments on
Yeah.
that, Ash?
You said something to me.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. You were like mumbling. I'm sorry.
I
You
said,
said
got
any?
any comments on it?
Oh, I think like if you, in the scenario of the Warriors
Yeah.
in that time, if Katie's on that team and he's not the first option, I think it's a problem. So that's that's all I would have to say.
I would wonder what Golden State fans would say. I would guess they would say, we were already winning. We already had rings. And KD, you had to join with us to get a ring. I'm just talking out loud. This is not what I believe. Obviously, I think KD is that talent, but I
I
would
mean,
wonder.
of course they're gonna say that. They don't want to
Yeah.
have to. They wouldn't want to believe that they needed somebody
Needed
or that they
KD.
got somebody that like completely changed not change it in a bad way, but change the look of their program. Like
Right.
added a really great element. I think that's anybody. They're protective of your team, so you can't ask the fans. That's the worst person to ask.
All I know is I remember Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, going on Draymond Green's podcast and saying you guys were your dynasty was about to drop off until you added KD.
He
So
did say that. Shout out to
he,
Zeke.
he
What's
said
up,
that
big bro?
on,
What up, big
on
bro?
one of the
We can't wait to have you on the podcast, big bro. We're looking forward to
sir.
seeing you. Yep,
Facts.
yep. Yeah, facts. No, you're right.
yeah, he said that to one of the primary players on that dynasty, and Draymond just sat there like,
He had to take it, huh? It was
'Cause he
Hall
knew
of
he
Fame
was
on the
right.
other end. It was like, shit.
Yeah.
You wasn't supposed to say that, Zeke. I wasn't prepared for
Exactly.
you.
I know,
Cut
right?
that out.
Nah, I mean, because like you
yeah,
gotta
he knew
respect it.
he knew he was right in a sense.
Yeah, you gotta. They both benefited from that. So. And
tell you what,
again,
though.
KD,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
No, you
go
good.
ahead,
No,
big
I
bro.
was just saying KD came and becoming the best player on the best team that you just lost to is, I mean, you can't argue because he didn't come and ride on coattail. He just came in and he was the best player. So, 1-2 in a row.
Right. I was gonna say on the list, I was a little salty they didn't have Magic and Kareem together. I didn't understand that, or shit, Magic and anybody, Magic and Worthy.
I would say who would have been the second option in that one? Because Kareem was
Magic.
an
They,
old.
they didn't
Well,
have Magic
back
on there?
then.
When he was first, early on, it was Kareem first option, Magic second option. When Magic came in as a rookie, Kareem was the first option, and then Magic. They always talk about. You hear stories about those that didn't, wasn't around, about Magic jumping center when Kareem got hurt in the finals, and then getting it done. I think they had Kareem and. Did they have Kareem in Milwaukee on the list? Did they have Kareem on there at all, or Magic on there at all? I don't think so.
They had Julius Erving. He was second option.
They had Oscar Robertson as a second option behind Kareem.
Behind Kareem, right? So you didn't have Magic. You didn't have Magic and Kareem. You didn't have Magic and James Worthy, anything like that. So I was a little. And then you had a bunch of guys that didn't win shit, right? Or
I did
or
see that.
Jason Terry as a
Look.
second option. No disrespect,
see
but like,
that.
how the fuck are we going to compare that to Magic and Kareem or Magic and Worthy? So I was disappointed with that, and
I mean, we're talking about the greatest number 2 option that
I mean, you got shit.
huh.
Lucas and Walton back in the day. I mean, it's in the 70s and shit, but Tim Duncan and David Robinson and Charles Barkley and Doc, Julius Erving. And there's a list of guys you can go with. Shit, even Antoine and Paul Pierce. If you're going with a lot of guys that didn't win anything, I would go with those two. As another,
Who's
just
the
another
greatest
option
number 2 option to become a number 1?
to become a
Shit.
I guess Curry. I would say Curry then, like, cause
Yeah,
Pippen or Curry.
Well, no, I don't think we said it.
He was
He was
a
a
one.
number
That's
one
what I'm
option
saying.
before.
yeah. So a
Who
two
would
that
you say is
became
the
a
greatest
one.
number 2 option to become a
Magic.
number 1?
Magic, number 2 to Kareem, then became 1.
No, you can't. No, he was already a number 1.
He was a 2 when he first came in behind Kareem.
But, you know,
Are you
I'll
saying that
put
because he
Kobe
was
up there, too.
drafted? Yeah, Kobe. For
Kobe.
Sure.
Kobe.
No,
Kobe for
I
sure.
know. I'm just saying, Kobe was also a number 2.
Yeah, Kobe for
I
sure.
don't see him as a second option.
With
I'll put
Shaq,
Tim in there because he was behind David.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give it to Pippen.
This is their number one. I've never.
who the hell is that?
I've never even heard
Yeah,
of
did
this
they
name.
rank it? Is it ranked?
Yeah, this is
Who
one of
the hell
30.
is that?
I didn't understand what that was supposed to.
First
the
of all,
fuck is
that didn't even
this?
look like they paid the light bill in that motherfucking arena. All right, look, it's dim as shit. Damn.
So Cliff Hagan was the number one,
Playing
and
with
then they
spotlight.
go to Kevin McHale as number 2. So this shit is
Read
rated.
these stats.
Yeah,
Brooke
see.
Lopez is the third. No, this can't be right. Brooke Lopez to Darren Williams. Deron
I don't think it's
Williams?
Anybody
ranked. I
does.
just
It
think
can't be
that
ranked.
this
Yeah, I
is
think it's just like
30.
numbered.
Yeah, it can't be ranked. It's impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
gotta
just telling you how many are on here. I was about to say.
Yeah, it's,
So yeah, that's a wild.
that shit's crazy.
Cliff Hagan. Who the? You know what? Let me not get too disrespectful.
Come on now, y'all got to show some love to the
The plumbers.
to the guys that paved the way. You feel me?
Hey, look, that's where my camera
Yeah,
stopped working.
respect.
I can't have nobody see. what
Even
I'm
you had a
talking shit.
reaction to it, Chris. He was like Cliff Hagan.
I did. I'm just saying though, you know, because you said number 1. I'm like, hold up. Yeah, that's true. They didn't win a championship or nothing, did they? Like, come on. What we talking about?
The Hawks got one championship. They weren't even the Atlanta Hawks then. They were the St. Louis Hawks.
Was that ABA or NBA? I don't even know.
That was NBA.
That was NBA.
I think they beat Boston to win it.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Take the next one, Aaron, for us. Anything you want, pick from my topic list. You don't have to be in order.
All right.
I'm about to leave and come
Give me
back.
1
to you.
second. I gotta pull it back up in front of me.
Yeah, try that, Murph.
All right. If you are the Timberwolves, do you trade an all-star like Julius Randle for a good, not great point guard just to save the offense, or is that a panic move that closes your championship window?
They're in the hunt, so we feel like they're.
I don't even think they're in the hunt right now. Where are they in terms of the West? Like,
That's crazy. When we talk about championship teams, the Timberwolves don't. You know, it's not one of the first teams that I think of, and the Lakers haven't been anywhere close. But yet we all think Lakers. I would
Yeah.
I would mention Lakers before I would even mention the Timberwolves, and and obviously they've been in the conference finals the last 2 years.
yeah. I mean, Minnesota right now is six in the West at 11-8. But man, like they don't have a point guard because they're not playing Mike Conley like that no more. They're trying to give Rob Dillingham a little bit more opportunity, but
Yeah.
he's just not. I think he's still figuring out because he barely played it all last year for his rookie year.
Right.
So this is him getting like full blown minutes. So he's still trying to figure out. And then I don't know, like it just seems like it's the Ant-Man show. Like he has to ball out, get anywhere between 30 to 40 for them to have a chance to win.
I mean, they're 11-8,
Yeah.
barely
And
over
what
500.
Julius Randle's doing, I mean, let me see what he's doing in terms of individually.
What piece do you think they need right now?
I mean,
That would help them.
He's averaging 23, 7, and 5. So on 50%, he's doing his job. It's just maybe it's just other things. Maybe it could be their defense. They've hung their hat on defense the past 2 or 3 years. Maybe it's not what it used to be. Um, maybe it's because they don't have somebody like a point guard to, get them in their shit like Mike Conley was doing those last 3 years. I mean,
Where is
I
Mike?
really don't know.
Is he hurt?
No, they're just not playing him like that because they understand Mike's
38.
old now. Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
So they're trying to give young dudes a chance like Rob.
Last
Like
year of
you're
his
seeing
deal.
DiVincenzo be the point.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
but-
doing what they got to do. It's smart to try early and see where they're at with Dillingham, right? They drafted him pretty high as a lottery pick. Conley on his last year, making 10-7. You got to figure out where you're at in the future. Do you roll with Dillingham moving forward? Is he going to develop into a point guard of the future for you? You're still going to need other guards on the roster either way, but is he going to continue and be a starter, or is he going to be a backup, and then you go with another seasoned vet? So I guess right now I would imagine that they're just trying things and kind of seeing where it's at, seeing how things develop since it's early in the season, and kind of figure out where they're at. Obviously, Mike can be great trade bait. The teams will be asking for him late, because his salary will be falling off. And being a vet with with another team that might need lack of a point guard or a backup guy, different role. So that's me from a salary standpoint, but
You know, I think they should trade for
Who?
Ja.
What?
You need a point guard. Things aren't doing well in Memphis.
Yeah, but
They can afford all
is
of them.
is his game and Ant's game not very similar?
I mean, so was AR and Lucas.
You'd end
and
up.
they're
Would you
making
not
it
end
work.
up with a? Well, would you not end up with a JT JB situation?
Didn't that win them a championship?
Right, because I had the right pieces around those two.
All right, so
mean,
let's say you can't make a couple trades and add some pieces to bring along with Ja and make it work.
this is a good discussion. Let me see.
I mean, I know it would be the most fun team to watch.
Exactly.
Ja
Right now, you need something because obviously you know what your problem is, and it's the point guard position. There's a point guard in Memphis who's not happy where he's at, possibly. And I'm not saying there's rumors or anything right now. We don't know anything. But if Memphis is looking to move on from Ja Morant, then hell, I'll give Minnesota a call. Go ahead and
PR
get Rob Dillingham. Let's see what young fella can do. He's only 19 years old.
Yeah, I mean, because look, you give him Julius Randle, Ja's at what, 39. You give him Randle at 30 mil. You throw in Dillingham at 6.5, and then whoever else you add to it, maybe a Bones Highland, young guy that Memphis would probably be interested in. It wouldn't be bad. Maybe some draft picks.
You don't think Ja Morant and Anthony Edwards wouldn't get along?
Shit, I think it'd be great.
Exactly.
I think it'd be great. What are we talking about?
Come on now. It makes
Y'all don't
sense.
like guards with guards? Is that what it is? Y'all don't like 2s and 3s together, or 1s and 2s together? What is it?
No,
What
I
you don't
do.
like
I
about
do.
that?
No. I ain't said I didn't like it. I do love him.
Joe Dumars and Zeke. I mean, what are we talking about? Shit, we don't like guards playing together.
He just thinks from a off the court standpoint that it's going to be an issue.
Nah. I think when two hoodlums get together, they connect real well for sure. I think it'll be good in that regard.
Thank you. There you go.
Together.
I was just saying that their
Wow.
game. I just thought their game was just too similar for it to work. But I don't know. Maybe in
They're both
real
ball
time.
dominant.
Yeah. I mean, they have the same exact play style, in my opinion. The same exact play style. I don't know. It could work. I still think you need, like, if you're going to do that, though, I think you still need a facilitator. So who on that team is going to take that role? Is that going to be Dante DiVincenzo? Like,
Do you really need a facilitator? We just had this conversation about a true point guard in today's game. Do you really need a facilitator?
You need somebody to make sure that the ball doesn't stop, though. You need somebody to kind of like swing it to the other side. Like, all right, motherfucker, you enough dribbles. Let's get it over here. Give him a chance. You do need that. Right. Or somebody to take the ball away from the other individuals might be taking all the shots.
Yeah, some type
But
of general on the court. Not everybody
yeah,
can be about a bucket.
yeah. But you should be able to make that happen.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
I
in
guess you
my
had a
eyes,
failed
I can see
experience
it
in
working.
Phoenix, right? With,
You said
And
what?
I guess we had a failed experience in Phoenix with three guys trying to do it. That didn't work. But
True,
yes,
you did. I get it. You don't want another Phoenix situation, but
them guys were older,
yeah,
paid a shit ton of money. These guys are younger, haven't done anything, haven't won anything. I'm all for it. I'd make that trade in a heartbeat.
see,
If I'm Minnesota now, I don't know what Memphis is. I'm like I'm not giving that up. But if
I
it's
don't think
yeah,
I don't think that the, Minnesota is ready. I don't think the NBA or Adam Silver want them two together. Like, he just,
come on, conspiracy guys, come on, let me hear it.
wait, he gets that phone call. He said, "You want a what?" Oh hell
hell
no!
no. They're gonna like the thought process, the celebration they do if they throw a live, like this would be a PR nightmare. They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna have so many
You gonna have
different. They're gonna
Ant
hire
doing this.
somebody just to
You
control
gonna have
them.
Ja doing this.
Yeah, like just it'll be fun to watch, but I don't think they
That's
have
what
to
I.
have a
But
real
if
conversation with
I'm
them.
a Minnesota GM, if I can somehow pull it off, like that's gonna put asses in seats. Are you kidding me?
yeah.
Until
That's
they
gonna
damn
put
fined
asses
and they
in seats. You
suspended for the
got
rest of the
two
year.
of the most athletic guards, if not the most athletic guards, for their respective positions on the same team. It's gonna be like some Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady type shit. Obviously, not the same kind of players. I'm just saying from an athleticism standpoint.
Right.
Two high
Definitely.
flyers out there. Just, hey, it's gonna be like a circus act. Come on now.
I love
Has
it.
you ever seen anything like that in the locker room in terms of just two uncontrollable forces?
She's not
I
trying to
don't
air out
think
the
so.
She's pondering if she should.
Yeah, no, I was really
She's
thinking.
like,
I feel like I've only experienced like one. I don't know if I've had like two. One's a lot. I won't even lie. But I feel like the NBA could use some of that. Like, I think that that's kind of what a lot of fans are complaining about. Like,
Where's the excitement?
yeah, yeah. And I think that, I don't know. They used to. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the NBA kind of lacks the off the court drama a little bit like it used to because like scandals used to be a big thing, cheating, but it's like now it's kind of like, oh, here's another one type of thing. And I think that's why people eat up the like Meg the Stallion and Clay Thompson stuff too, because the NBA fans want that type of stuff, whether men want to admit it or not. They like it, okay?
Clay Thompson likes it for sure. He a weirdo, but
He likes that cooking, and I don't blame him because did you
yeah,
see what she was making? That
Hey.
shit, I could
I did.
smell it through my phone. All right, that shit
Yeah.
looked amazing.
It
I'm
did.
I'm not a huge fan of Megan anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Why? Because she cooked? Like what?
Oh, why?
No, that's
No.
Oh, he's talking
man.
about that Tory Lane.
they was lusting over Megan, and now she getting
No.
it done. So they saw.
Nah.
No.
Nah, hey, get her where you fit in. She took good music off the radio. That's what I'm mad about. Like, she took good music. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Kyle, pick something off the topic list.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick. Oop, oop. Ashley, pick something off that topic list because I can't find it.
I knew you. See, I already started looking for it because I knew it was coming
Yeah,
to
I
me.
was like, hold on, found it. We just put over Alpha Dilemma. Steph Curry's. I don't know. Which one did we talk about already?
We're on live. Muggs ain't even
Oh,
locked in.
yeah. Houston pulls the trigger on KD and Kyrie reunion. Are they building a title contender or just recreating a Brooklyn Nets in Texas? I think they should pull the trigger and bring them back together. Kyrie's in a different headspace. He's a different man, different player. He knows he got to slow down a little bit because of his injuries, and KD's still KD. So I think it'll be a good connection to bring Kyrie back. And they don't really got a true point guard over there now that Fred's Fred's hurt right now.
I know, but I think I'm not saying he would do a better job than Kyrie, but man and Reed Shepard seem to be, doing their thing
Reach up for that.
at that point guard position. You know what I'm saying? They're not
Yeah.
doing a bad job. What are we, like 20 games in? Still like
Yeah.
60 something more games left to go.
Yeah.
All right, they'll probably have it fully figured out by All-Star break.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I mean, they're 13-4 right now. And Ashley and I have talked about this probably 2 or 3 separate occasions about, letting people rock and letting them find themselves and not throwing a wrench into the situation that could hinder growth of other players. Like, Amin's doing a great job. Obviously, Reed is doing a great job. And I know we kind of talked about at the beginning of the season, like, we didn't know if he could be a point guard. We didn't know about his growth, but they've really been doing their thing. And I think you bring Kyrie in, if it's more than just mentorship and you bring Kyrie in and actually hope that he's going to play, then it hinders that team's growth. And I don't want that. I don't like that. I'd rather just stick with what we got instead of trying to throw everything in a pot and see how it cooks up. You know what I mean? So, But I will say, if they were to pull the trigger on Kyrie, I think what actually helps that situation, which is way different than what Brooklyn was, is that the coaching of that. Like, how many times, Chris, have you and I praised Homeboy and just the systems the systems he has, the personality he has in the locker room, the respect that he commands. I think that will help the
Ime?
situation work. Yeah, Doku. I think that will help the situation work. If anybody's gonna help make it work, it would probably be him. So that would be a bright side to that. But again, I'm still inside of no. Let's not do that. Let Kyrie stay over in Dallas. And I love Kyrie.
Look, if Dallas traded Kyrie, they're burning that stadium down. You already traded. You already traded one. All right, if you do number 2, oh God.
Man, sure.
So who's the second option on that team?
On which team? Houston?
On the Rockets. On the Rockets. I'm sorry, not with Kyrie. Currently, right now, who's the first? Who's the second option?
Oh, come on now.
Statistically speaking, it's KD.
KD's the first option, and obviously,
I think Alfred Sengun has something to say about that because that's who they're running the
That's
offense.
what I'm saying. That's what I like because like
no.
Sengun is killing.
No,
right
Sengun's second option.
I
You
can't
know,
tell.
KD's brother, D-Rob, is not hearing KD be nothing
Not
but
doing
the
that.
guy.
We're not doing that.
Look, man, everybody becomes a second option.
He's not
That's the
though.
whole
He's
point.
not though. This ain't no Bron situation.
He's
Curry
the
and
second
KD are both
option.
still first
He's the
option.
leading scorer.
Darian, I know you don't want to admit it, but when
He's
you
the
watch
leading
Houston
scorer on
play,
the team,
who are they
that's it.
running the offense through? They're running
Kevin
it through
Durant.
big fella.
Kevin Durant.
They're running it through
Kevin
big
Durant.
fella,
Kevin
whether
Durant.
you want to
Kevin
admit
Durant.
it or
Kevin
not.
Durant. Kevin Durant.
All right.
You must not
when-
be watching
I
Houston.
guarantee
Number
when
31 on
Sengun
that
goes
list.
like this, hey,
Second
now
option.
here, what's KD doing?
He's gonna do that because it makes sense. Because his IQ is upper echelon. He's gonna do that because it makes sense in the moment.
You know who
But,
else does that? LeBron when Luka asked for it, and yeah, he looked very much like a second or third option. I'm just
No, bro. No. Jackass.
you just don't like to admit
He's
it.
second
Like,
option, man.
It's okay.
He's not the
bro.
second option though. We're not having a
It's
whole
okay.
debate about this. I know.
And he's only averaging 2 more points than him. He's only
Hey, that
averaging
means
2
that
more
means it's the
points
first option. When's the second option ever averaged more than the first?
No, it's. I think it has
KD.
to do more with impact.
takes-
On the
2 points
Warriors.
is
He
not-
takes a half a shot more per game.
Yeah.
And he still averaged more. That's efficiency.
I mean,
Kevin
they're all
motherfucking
Almost like
Durant.
not.
identical.
You're an average
Man, Kyle, I hope your mic cut out and your camera don't work no more.
and rebounds. He's getting his team. Oh, yeah,
They got a
putting
good
number
ass
31
team,
on
man. I
list.
like that team.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah, I know. Houston was my favorite.
It's scary.
Yeah, Kyrie would mess that whole lineup up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because you even got Aaron Holiday, who's a sleeper. I think he deserves a little bit more respect, but he don't really do nothing crazy. But I think he's a good backup point guard that comes in and just he does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. And my favorite part about that whole team is something that I've argued for years. I've always felt like in order to win an NBA championship, you have to have a key element. And for me, that key element is size, at least at the center spot. I looked at it. This was my biggest thing with fucking every team that Kevin Durant was on after the Warriors. Obviously, Brooklyn had no center. You were relying on beat up Blake Griffin, and a young Nick Claxton who couldn't hold it down. And then you move on to Phoenix, and you're relying on Bobo, who's a KD 7.2. And so they've never had size. And you look at like NBA history, like you have to have some type of size or center to hold it down. And I love that in the offseason for Houston, like they picked up Capella, they picked up Steven Adams. Like they have that size if necessary. And obviously you have Sengun who holds it down by himself. So
now,
I think
when I said that about the Warriors not having no
Warriors
size,
are different,
you
brother.
niggas looked
Warriors
at
are
me
different,
crazy.
brother. Warriors are different.
You
No,
niggas looked at me
went.
They're
crazy.
different.
I went to Quentin.
And
Post.
now look at them.
I said
Wa-
Quentin.
Warriors
at
are different.
500
No, bro.
because they
But-
can't
well,
rebound for shit.
No, that's
All
not.
right?
That's not the reason why. They've also had a very tough schedule. They've had like the fourth or fifth hardest schedule. Like they just got a fucking break because they lost it for NBA Cup. Like yeah, they're probably tired and worn down. They're still trying to figure it out. They got internal issues. Kaminga this,
and we
Kaminga
might
that.
get Nick Claxton too. Nick Claxton might go to the Warriors. It's in conversation.
see,
I
no,
Oh,
think
would you
that's
look
a-
at that? They're
that's a
looking
good-
for a center.
that's a
because
good
they
pick.
know they need one. Would you look at that? It's all this Al
My
Horford
dog
bullshit
Quentin
y'all was
Post is holding
talking.
it down over there. Quentin Post is holding it down over there.
I don't even know
He
what the
got,
fuck
like,
that
2
is.
games.
You keep bringing up some Quentin Post. I ain't never seen him in real life.
He's a solid- he's old. He's a good player, man.
Okay.
He ain't doing nothing, but
Exactly why they're trading for Nick Claxton.
He ain't doing nothing, but he good. No, the last thing I saw in the Warriors is that they were looking at Seth Curry again, which is crazy that you signed him preseason, got rid of him, and now you're looking at him again.
Yeah.
they said it was a money problem, wasn't it?
No, they said Steph didn't like his brother being there or
Cut
some
him or
crazy
something.
shit, right? Yeah.
Damn.
They said he wasn't working hard enough. I don't know if that was bullshit, but that was the thing. The money thing, they
did
just
see
had
that.
him
It was like
wait.
wasn't working hard enough.
Yeah. The money thing was they were supposed to cut him and wait so that his prorated salary wouldn't take him into the to the second apron. So that was just a matter of games, but I don't know. I think I don't know. Speaking of the Warriors, do we still see them as a contender or where we at? I know we had we talked about the Jimmy Butler thing a couple weeks back, but where do we see the Warriors?
I see them being in the play-in
I yeah.
again.
Okay,
I
but
think
they're
as long
still a
as we got
scary
Steph,
team in the plane.
they're annoying. Nobody wants to see the Warriors. As long as you got Steph, I think they're. I want to say contender. Contender might be too strong, but as long as you got Steph on the floor, I think they have a chance.
Whether or not you win is dependent upon 30 and whether or not he puts up 30. All right.
I don't know.
That's your
but
team.
Jimmy, he goes off in the
Playoff
playoffs.
Jimmy.
so like this might be his year actually. Yeah.
Jimmy
And
does
Quentin
go
Post averaging 16 minutes.
Shut the
7
fuck
points.
up. Ashley, what you
Mention the
think?
motherfucker again. I swear to God. All right.
He's the best. He's the best post player on the team.
He's the
Al
only
Horford.
post player on the team.
Hey. You got Trace Jackson Davis on the bench too. You know, so
Who the fuck is that?
y'all gotta stop disrespecting the bench of the Warriors. But Claxton, hurry up and go over there.
Ashley, are they a contender?
I mean, similar to like what you guys said, with Steph on the court, there's always options, but like they wouldn't be top of my head to be like, oh, who's a contender this year? Like,
Damn. Dude, is
nobody's
there any
talking
moves
about
you
the
think they should? Huh? No one's talking about
The only thing
Are
we're
they?
talking about the Warriors is in a negative light, and that's because they're losing.
True.
Because everybody, including some of y'all, thought this thing was going to last, and now look at it. And you're giving this team a bunch of excuses, talking about, oh, this Kuminga issue, oh, you got Quentin Post doing this, oh, they just signed Steph. Just admit what they are, a sub 500 team. Just admit it.
Well,
Is
they're a
that
500
hard?
team right now.
They
Well,
are
it's
not a
like
good
it's hard
team
to
right
play
now.
now.
They are not. They're not a good
It's early.
team.
Motherfuckers go, "Ah."
It's early.
Yeah, it's still early.
They had the fourth hardest schedule.
Yeah, all this fourth hardest schedule. You know what? At some
Conte.
point in the season, somebody's going to have the fourth hardest schedule. You're acting like they're playing. Everybody in the NBA plays the same teams. You go through a stretch where you got the toughest schedule, and you go through a stretch where you don't have the toughest schedule. So let's not act
gotta
like
put
we're
travel
going to have
in
a tough
there.
schedule for the
Yeah.
next 60 games.
They got him playing in San Francisco
Right,
and then in New
yeah.
York the next day.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
look at that travel.
That's wear and tear
Jet
on the body
lag.
early. Yup.
Let me guess, my mic was not working.
No, I was like,
I just ignored you. I got one though. I mean, we're gonna add that last topic, but I'm gonna bring up my guy. How about Jaylen Brown? I think he had something like, tied the record for the most 40 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists, or something like that. Celtics history, blah blah blah. And he's also like the most efficient player from a mid-range. They had a big write-up about him as being like the most efficient mid-range player in the league right now. Top 10 in scoring. It's always that thing with him and Tatum. What can Jalen do, without Tatum? He's only having success because of Tatum, blah, blah, blah. He's 8th in scoring. Now, Boston's, obviously struggling. They're a little bit over 500, but shit, I got to shout out JB. He was, they've been throwing his name around with Larry Bird, first player to drop 40 points, 5, et cetera, rebounds, assists, steals. I just want to give a man a shout out. His mid-range has been on fire. And I'm pleasantly surprised to see that he is handling it without, with the likes of JT out there. And their team being so different without Horf and
Kristaps.
Porzingis.
Porzingis and Drew.
Well, no.
No, I think-
Real quick.
No, I do think that it's a good shout out to him because like I don't think anybody had any expectations talking about his left hand and that he has to run the team. Granted, they're still above 500 and he's working with what he got. Not that he has bad players, but it's a completely different team and he's keeping them alive until Tatum comes back. So it's just like I think he's just shutting up everybody who was talking mess about him for real. So I think it's tough that he's doing what he's doing.
Facts, agreed.
They still be getting up a lot of threes, though. God damn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta get them turnovers down though.
Yeah.
They be putting them bitches up.
We're
Drew
going with
Holiday right now is averaging damn near 17, 5, and almost 9.
Who's that?
Drew Holiday. Granted,
For the Trailblazers.
yeah.
Yeah, they going through some shit right now over there in Portland, obviously,
yeah, clearly.
because they ain't got Chauncey as the coach. It's the interim. It's what's his name? He was a former player, I think.
I don't even know who at the helm right now.
It's a former player. I forget what his name was.
Oh, Tiago Splitter, right?
Yep, Splitter.
Yeah, the old Spurs player, the big. Yeah, Splitter. Yeah, that's
the
right.
center.
But he seems to be he's not really holding down. They're 8-11 right now, but when he did take over, they were on a little bit of a win streak. But they are in the West, so I understand it's gonna be tough. You got all this drama surrounding your locker room. You don't know what's finna go down.
Right.
But shit, the surprise of that team has been this. I'm going to mispronounce his name. Denny.
Denny Avdia.
Yeah.
That's an old Wizards player. He came from Wizards.
Was that the
got
dude that
big.
went like this when Jordan Poole was doing all that bullshit?
Yeah.
That was
he-
him?
yeah, he's been a good player for a while. He was just on the Wizards, so nobody talked about him. And then he went over to Portland, and now he's
Yeah,
cooking.
he
25.
a dog. I was like, who is this dude? He nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got any super surprises? That you're seeing in the for AR, right? That's the biggest one. But outside
Nah,
of AR,
I was gonna say the biggest surprise to me this year, out of the rookies, Derek Queen.
He is
Derek
cooking.
Queen for sure.
he just gonna say it. He might be more of a Jokic than Alper Sengun.
What'd you
Just the
say?
way I say he's more of a Jokic type player than Alfred Sengun. Just the way he plays. He moves with pace. He has great footwork. He can shoot. He knows how to pass. He can push the ball in the open court. Like, if we're being honest, I think that's who Philly. Like, don't get me wrong, VJ's done great, but I feel like that's who Philly should have drafted if they were just going to place minutes restrictions on Joel and, potentially try to get rid of him. He would probably be a great center with him and Maxey. So I'm really impressed with Derek
Yeah,
Queen.
it's true.
Yeah.
I like that. Great. Okay, cool. There's something I want to touch on. Oh yeah, this dumbass question you threw on this list real quick. After scoring 139 points against the Denver Nuggets without Victor Wembanyama, is it true that their offense flows better when they're not force feeding the alien? Come on now.
No, they're just a different team.
Yeah.
What, I put that?
They're just,
Somebody.
This is all your shit. Yes, you put it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Nobody else is putting
Well,
up.
no. You know what? To defend Aaron. Wait. Let me know what. You know what? Let's go.
probably a Django.
To defend Aaron, he was saying, are they a more dangerous team in a single elimination tournament was the statement. So you're talking about the NBA preseason cup, right? So you're
Yeah.
saying in the style of play for the cup, where the champion is, possibly not based on who we think is going to be the best team at the end of the season, is that style of play better for them for a single elimination tournament? Does that make sense?
Because it is a point system involved. So you could lose, but if you put up enough points in that loss, you could potentially advance into cup play as opposed to another team who has more wins than you.
Right.
I would say no because of the
Because it's Wimby. All right, fuck that. It's Wimby. I'm saying
Yeah,
no,
it's
period,
a-
right? That's
the
what you-
defensive presence that Wemby have, averaging almost 4 blocks a game. Like he slows the other teams down because you can't just go to the paint if you don't have a 7'6" person standing there.
Right.
If you see Wemby there, you're automatically now. I don't care if you Zion Williamson, doesn't matter. You're gonna second guess.
Yeah.
This is a completely different game, different team without having Wemby.
For sure. Yeah, no. You ain't getting rid of Wimby for sure. But I guess the ideal of not force feeding him offensively, if that's what your statement was about, I can see how they can make a point because you want to, get up and down more and take advantage of the skill set of your guards and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Take advantage of other opportunities offensively and mismatches and transition. I can see that.
Yeah. Aaron.
I mean, because the
Oklahoma-
guard play you got is crazy.
Yeah.
What? San Antonio.
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah, the
Stephon
guard play is
Castle,
ridiculous.
you got
Yeah,
De'Aaron
'cause
Fox,
Hassel and
you got
Fox,
Van
yeah.
Tassel, you got and you got Dylan Harper coming off the bench.
Yeah, Dylan Harper coming up to like it's stupid.
Are you saying him
Don't let
them
Harrison Barnes
bringing him off the bench is stupid?
No, I'm just saying it's just stupid how many guards they got. I don't see how they're going to be able to afford them in the future because they're all top talent people. Or they're going to get rid of De'Aaron Fox, which is crazy to say, but he's the oldest out of all of them. So it's just like,
If anything, they'll probably. I wouldn't say they'd probably get rid of Fox, but if there's anybody they would get rid of, probably be Van Tassel. But if you wanted to get the most bang for your buck, you probably get rid of De'Aaron Fox because you can get more in
that's
return
what
for
I'm saying.
him. If you wanted to have Stephon Castle take over the point guard responsibilities, but you also have Dylan Harper who also plays point guard as well, so you would have to put him at the 2 if
Yeah.
you want to go younger. But I probably rather have Harper at point and Stephon Castle at the 2.
but that's just me. Because I can see Stephon
That
Castle
makes
as more of a slasher.
Yeah, he got bounce and he just a bucket.
Aaron, that post on NBA.com about Raptors OKC Lakers aren't as good as their records indicate. You want to take the lead on that?
Yeah.
I guess I'll lead it in. So is it true that when you look at top teams in the league right now, Raptors, OKC, and Lakers, is it accurate in saying that they're not as good as their records indicate?
I think the Lakers and OKC, their records, they are really as good as their records show. Raptors, I mean, that's
think we're
just,
surprised
I
by
feel like
the
that's, yeah, or you can be surprised by the Raptors. I mean, they have a solid team, a new look, solid team. So I think it's good, but I don't think, I'm not scared of them. I don't think anybody's scared of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're second. They're behind Detroit.
Detroit.
Right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Behind
Detroit.
right now.
Guys was clowning a big D a while ago. No, shit. The Raptors, the D.
I think they're just taking it. I think the Raptors are just taking advantage of the fact that the East is not as strong as it is this year because
fucking sick.
Celtics got injuries, Pacers got injuries. Cleveland is obviously not what we thought they were, you know, considering their start last year. They were undefeated up until like the 16th game.
Bucks to
You
the
know,
dive.
Yeah. Atlanta's doing great because Trey Young ain't really ain't really the one driving that team right now. It's mainly Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, he's the
And
leader in
whatnot.
points right now at 22
Yeah, it's mainly Jalen Johnson
and
whatnot.
rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
He's leading in all three categories.
Yeah, he's the one leading
Oh
that
my
team.
God.
So that's a big surprise there. Obviously, you know what Philly's situation is. Orlando, they got Paulo out right now. So I feel like they'll probably do better once he gets back. They'll probably move up into that fifth spot. And then Chicago, we knew that was fool's gold. So they started out
that was-
undefeated, and then now belt to ass ever since. They got figured out.
The team that's surprising me is actually Milwaukee because I really had them as, just because of veteran leadership, I really had them in top five just all season, but they're right outside of that at the 11th spot in the East and 9-12.
That's because you got Doc Rivers as your coach. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? I don't know why y'all still believe in that man.
I didn't say that I believe in Doc. I had a few clients that didn't go well with Doc. So
Yeah,
motherfuckers-
like
Doc retired a few clients that I had. So
He said Doc retired him.
I ain't really.
let's just be honest. I wouldn't
You
be
ain't say nothing about
surprised
the
if
Knicks,
we start hearing more Giannis trade rumors again.
I mean, but going back to Toronto, it's actually kind of cool that Brandon Ingram is actually right. He's leading the team. He's having success. He's taken a beating over the years on like, the best time Brandon Ingram was when he was with the Lakers and blah, blah, blah. He ain't do shit in New Orleans, et cetera, et cetera. Shit. I mean, top of the East, second. They got a great scoring punch. I mean, they got 6 guys in double figures. Scotty Barnes, I love. I mean, he played both sides. He rebound. He do everything. And, I mean, for Brandon Ingram right now, I mean, averaging 6 boards a game, although most of them defensively, that's a lot more active than he's been in the past, mixing it up a little bit more. So, I mean, I'm a little bit impressed, with the they got a good group. I mean, Ingram, Barnes, R.J. Barrett, Quickly. Then how you pronounce the boy Jacob?
Jacob.
Polodi.
Polodi, whatever.
I don't
Sandro
know.
Kalasville.
Yeah.
Mamu Kalashville. That right, Ash? That's
He went straight to you because you got the name.
right. What about Ash?
Crazy name. I only know how to pronounce mine.
Well, yeah, Chris still got to work on that, by the way.
I just said
Yeah,
Ash.
it's okay.
What's the last
I'm,
name
happy,
there?
I'm definitely happy for Brandon Ingram. That's what happens when you got Coil Ray on your hip. You know what I'm saying? Or no, not
No,
Coil Ray.
what?
Glorilla. My bad. I always get them two mixed up.
How you get those two mixed up?
How?
Glorilla is
Never mind.
Because I was thinking about Coy Ray and some. I always get her mixed up dating some other NBA player that I thought she was dating at the time.
No, Coy's dating Homeboy, the podcaster.
Who?
What's his name? Some. What's the fuck's name? Oh, I forgot his name.
Well, still, that's what happened.
Justin.
You got Glow-
Justin LeBoy or whatever.
Oh, Justin LA Boy or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, still, regardless, Brandon Ingram playing well because he got Glorilla on his hip. That's why.
Should I be playing well too?
Yeah, you stupid. Brandon Ingram's a baby KD.
No, stop saying that. Stop fucking saying that.
You just hate when anybody
saying
Anything,
compares.
listeners, anything with KD, big.
Like you swear he's the last, he's the first, last, and the only. When we're literally seeing another representation of him in San Antonio.
No, we're not.
So I don't know why you have you're so against somebody else being the next KD.
There will never be another KD. There will never be
We're
another
seeing it in real
LeBron. There will
time.
never be
and
another
his name
Steph.
is
Ain't that
Victor
right,
Wembanyama,
Ashley?
So
I don't want to be a part of this at all. Don't
Jerk.
try to throw me in there.
Yeah.
Actually going for it.
But yeah, no, they actually had Toronto on that list of teams that are worse than their record actually indicates. How long do you think this is sustainable for the Raptors? As long as they're healthy.
It's sustainable because they got multiple options.
I don't believe in RJ Barrett.
You
Really?
feeling RJ?
I mean, he's not even
You
the
got
focal
more to
point
that,
of that
Kyle,
team, though. I would say it's more Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram.
Those are the two. They get
Yeah,
you
those are the
that.
two. So it's
They gonna
like,
co-
if RJ Barrett has a bad game, are we really worried? No.
Yeah, more shots
I'm
quickly.
just saying they're gonna do well, but you need more than you need.
Then those two aren't strong enough.
Scotty Barnes and Ingram. Yeah, no, Scotty Barnes and Ingram, like they're great players, but I'm sure we can name
We got quickly too.
10.
Yeah, you got quickly too.
Also, quickly is a bucket too. I mean, he came for the Knicks, but he's also like he's a piece. He's not a
Shit,
person you build around.
32.5 says otherwise.
I mean, bro, that's
He's
he
doing
says
well.
otherwise.
that's like saying
He
the
ain't,
Thunder.
he ain't no
Same thing.
Maxey.
Well, MVP though.
He
Prior
said
to
he
the
ain't no
Thunder,
Maxey.
yeah, prior to you saying that, the Thunder having an MVP candidate, if you will, and they were kind of coming. Take the Thunder a couple years ago. It's kind of like the same setup. A good team playing well, different guys that can score. I mean, obviously you ain't got an MVP guy in the first team All NBA, but nah, you're right.
So I'm taking Chet, SGA, and Jalen Williams over Brandon Ingram and
All of
Scotty
them.
Barnes and RJ Barrett.
Obviously.
Yeah, now.
They're
Yeah,
champions.
so that's what I'm saying.
But for the future going ahead.
Not a bad look. I didn't look at their financial background, but
Yeah, quickly making more than Barrett. So he ain't just another piece.
He's getting paid in New York. No, he was getting paid. He was getting paid in New York. I'm not saying he's like a Jason Terry in my opinion, but like he's a key part to a team that could win. But I just don't think they have strong enough people to win. Just be more of annoying. They'll probably knock somebody out that you wasn't expecting, but like
How,
the Knicks or something stupid like that.
Yeah, of course, Chris. I'm just looking at Jokic, by the way. Like he is, bro.
Greatest center to ever play the game.
Calm the fuck down. All right, let's calm the fuck down.
I mean,
Hey, look, I'm not a stats guy, but I don't see really
top
like how
top
that's too
five
far
for
to go-
sure. Top
to go.
top
If you want to put him in
three.
the top 5, that's okay. But he said the greatest center of all time.
I don't know.
That's
bro.
what Kyle said.
He's averaging another triple double this year, and he's leading steals for that
Give me
squad.
Like
somebody
we
who's
haven't
really-
seen this before. All right. Russell did it for 4 years in a row. Did he win MVP
With
every
who?
time? No.
Yeah, but this is different. Russell's a point guard. This is a center. Like this is supposed to be
So?
the.
There's only been 3 people in the history of the league to average a triple double. Big O, Russ, and Jokic.
bro.
Did they win every
And I
MVP
think the
every
most
time?
impressive,
No, they didn't.
most
So let's
impressive,
not throw out this
most,
triple double
most
excuse.
impressive is Jokic. So how we get like a triple double fatigue? Is that what's happening now?
No, I'm just saying we glorify the triple double and think that just because you average it, that entitles you to MVP automatically. That's what I don't like.
I mean, if you're averaging a triple double and you're winning at 14-5, I don't see how that's like something bad, because he's clearly he's the person on the team. He's the best person on the team, arguably the best player.
You can be the best player in the league. That doesn't mean
So-
you're the MVP.
Because of
We've
because
already
of voter
had this
fatigue.
argument before. The best player in the league
that's what
don't
I'm saying.
always
So
win
I feel like
MVP.
Yeah, well, I don't see how Jokic.
If that was the
can't
case,
argue
Jordan should have
Jokic
10
is-
MVPs.
There's a couple people, but I'm just saying I don't see how you can argue the fact that he's not possibly the greatest center to ever play the game.
Greatest
have
center.
him or
There's
Shaquille
literally no
O'Neal.
one who's doing what he did, has done what he's doing.
Kareem is the greatest center. that
Dominant.
ever
Hey,
played
remember that argument from years ago, Darren? Dominance.
If we're talking
Dominance.
dominance, then we're going to
Yes,
talk about the
it
most
is.
dominant center of all time, and
just
that's
saying.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, that's dominant. But
That is Shaq.
who's the
That is
best?
Shaq. Yeah.
Yeah, Shaq the most
It's-
dominant center
I
for
would
sure.
put Kareem and Jokic.
Kareem is the best center, period.
Yeah.
Jokic, hell no. Kareem the best center, period, ever. Jokic is just fucking a great center in a league with no centers. He the best center in the league with no centers. What the fuck are we like? What are we talking about? There's no centers. So he's a center playing
to be
against
somebody.
forwards.
Who is his competition?
That's like saying
Who is
Forwards.
his competition?
Power
who is it?
forwards. Power forwards.
That's like saying Shaq wouldn't be good if he wasn't 700 pounds and 7 feet.
No, it
Like,
was
that
he
doesn't
played
make
in
sense.
the
You
era
can't
with
take it
true
away from him.
centers.
'Cause the
He
era.
played in the big man era.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we just saying now, like, because the game has changed, there will never be any room for any future centers to even
Another
become
center.
players
Yes.
in the top
yes. Yes. For
Okay,
sure.
I'll take
because
that
you don't have no
argument.
competition. Who you going against? Yeah, no.
Yeah. That sucks for everybody striving to
Right
be
now,
centers
Jokic is
Right.
only competition.
Steven Adams.
Right now,
Well,
Jokic's
might as well
only
give it up.
competition at center probably is Sangoon and Wemby to
No,
go back
no.
at him offensively. Joel
Listen.
ain't playing like that no more.
Right, Aaron is right. In all seriousness, think about this. The All-Star game changed, right? You used to pick 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. They changed the shit, right? They removed center off the ballot because you had fucking the same 3 or 4 centers
Trying to
showing
save
up every
positions.
year, right? For the positions. So
Yeah.
they moved that on, take that off the ballot. 2 guards and three
Good point.
forwards. So no, the center thing
That's
is
fine.
that's over.
But I still don't think we discredit what Jokic's doing right now, though.
I'm not discrediting what he's doing, but we got to stop letting the triple double be the end all be all of like, okay, this person averaged a triple double, MVP. Like, stop.
And the other thing with the triple double, players are now more stat conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, they're paying attention to their stats. They're getting that shit at the end of the first quarter, halftime, so on and so forth, and fighting and shooting for a triple double as opposed to letting it happen. I don't know, but Ashley, I mean, she's the baller. Ash, tell us what you think. Because
About
outside of
which
the
part?
news we heard, we ain't heard from you, Nash.
Say
So
about
I'm
which.
sure. Well, talk to me.
I know. Right?
That's true.
What's true?
It's outside the news we heard earlier.
Outside of somebody robbing you.
Oh,
Yeah, the personal attack
yeah,
on
I
that
got
girl.
robbed today, guys. If you didn't know, so I've been kind of quiet. No, I think you make a good point about like players being stat conscious now. It's actually kind of crazy being able to see your stats pretty much like live. Because I'm thinking back to high school, you playing basketball, you're low key, you keep a tentative track of it. But then, like, you might be surprised by, like, what you have or whatever. But, like, in college, coaches are showing you, you might get subbed out. They're like, look at your stats, like, literally live. And it's like, okay, you need to get better here, 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 da-da-da-da, and make you think about a lot of that stuff. So,
Yeah, but can we really knock players for that? Like, I feel like
it can
everyone.
definitely hurt teams because you're chasing numbers. You're not chasing a win. Like, I think that shows how good you are of a player. Like, if you have to go outside of the team, outside of what is going on in terms of offensively, whatever the case may be, then you're not as good as you think you are. If you have to chase for your individual accomplishments to have good numbers and it can hurt the team, then no, you're not as good as you think you are.
Here's how I know players are stat conscious. They just put in a rule this year about if you chuck up a full court or half court shot, it doesn't count against your field goal percentage. That's how you know this whole league is stat conscious, including the players.
Facts.
So that was a thing in
That's
in
a
the
real
NBA.
thing. So when you see somebody
That's a real
chuck up
thing,
a
yeah.
full court shot at the end of the quarter or a half court shot at the end of the quarter, it doesn't count against their field goal percentage.
That's
It
how
just
it's been
counts-
in college the past couple years, though. I'm surprised the NBA wasn't like that.
Yeah, it used to count as individual.
They always-
shot,
they always
but now
pilot
it
down
counts
to
as a team
college.
shot.
Yeah. It used to count as an individual miss, but now it just counts as a
Wasn't-
team miss.
Isn't it if you don't like if you're not like shooting, if it's a heave, it doesn't count even if you make it?
Yeah, it's called
I thought that
that's
was
what I'm
like the
talking about.
other
It's called the heave
part
rule.
to it.
So if you
Yeah.
chuck that bitch
Yeah.
at the end of the quarter when the buzzer's about to go off, if you miss it, it doesn't count and get your field goal percentage as an individual. It just counts as a team miss.
Right.
No, I thought
So
if
that's
you
how
make
that
it,
lets
I mean,
you
I
know
might
that
be
they're very
guessing, but I'm
stat
like,
conscious.
yeah, no, I thought even if you make it, like it won't count. Period.
No, if you
Like,
make
that
it, it'll
point won't
count. But
because
if you
of
miss
heave.
it, it doesn't
Oh,
count
okay.
against your field goal percentage.
Oh, okay.
What, they did that to kind of entice people to still take those crazy shots or something?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of lame. Gotta do that.
Because you would see some guys like not even like it would be like 3 seconds left. They could easily get up by half court, about 2-3 dribbles, and throw up a prayer and see if it may go in. And you just see guys just dribble it out because they don't want to mess up their field goal percentage. Especially when you got contracts, probably have incentives in there saying like if you average this field goal percentage wise,
That's fair.
you'll get this much extra on the back end. So guys are conscious of that. So like, I ain't finna shoot this bullshit that won't
See?
even count or matter.
And that's
Because then
why
I'm losing out on $50,000 or whatever the case may be.
right, and that's what I'm saying. Can we really knock guys for being conscious of those numbers? Like this
No,
is
it's
their
smart.
livelihood.
Yeah, it's smart. It's great business. Yeah, it's great business. It's great business, but
Yeah, as a businessman, but as a hooper, as a
As a
winner,
hooper, right,
no,
right.
there's different sides.
thank you, Ash. Boom.
That's facts.
There you
yeah.
go.
There we go. Wonderful. All right, cool. We've been on this for a while.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments, concerns, any other topics?
Not to
I
my
was looking at
knowledge.
some of the stuff on the chat. Was there any questions? I see some stuff on the public chat here. Jimmy Butler not doing anything. I completely agree with Ashley. Hard to count somebody as a true number two. Oh, I guess that was Steph.
I wanted to see Chris's take on the are we witnessing the greatest era of talent or have stats become inflated / meaningless due to pace and essentially a heliocentric offense?
Big
Yes.
word.
Oh, Julio, what?
Heliocentric offense. It means everybody's doing the same shit.
Oh, you could have just said that, brother.
True, I could have, but
Don't knock
I read
the
unlike some
vocabulary.
people.
That's OG.
That's a hot take for him. He's like,
Sometimes he's too. They gotta dumb it down because, including me, our audience sometimes.
Well, it's not my fault. Them niggas don't know
we
how to
are
read.
we are not all
Like,
educated. We're not all educated.
my sister's like, oh, I know that word. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, who's this guy here? Yeah.
Let's see.
God damn, read a dictionary. Jesus Christ, people.
Read a book.
Start that tonight. But go ahead, Chris. Answer the helium agilic question. He
Yeah,
posed.
I mean, the shit is different. I mean, the statistics has taken over. So the game is just significantly different. That's why when guys like, Jordan and others and Kobe and others have said you shouldn't compare eras. Man, I just agree with that because it's just changed drastically. You take the big man completely out of the game. Threes, it's such a high emphasis on shooting threes as opposed to twos and removing, so much of the mid-range game out of the game. So yeah, statistics are just very different overall. And just the fact that it's not a big man's game anymore. You don't have that impact alone was just, you got to slow it up to give it to the big, right? I mean, there's 6-8 seconds in every shot clock that was a part of 90% of the NBA team's offense with dumping it down to the big. So now not having that, it's just very different. So many more attempts, so many more shots. The defense is less physical, so the rules have adjusted. No hand checking, so it's the game is catered for the offense. The advantage is for the offensive player. It's no longer, I guess, even or pro defense. It's for the offensive player. So, I mean, that's my take on that. I think it's definitely different. I did want to comment on something. You had said something about, and this kind of will add into it, that Giannis said that he could catch LeBron in how many years? 5 years? 4 years?
4 to 5.
45. Okay, now I did the math on that. And he can get him in 7.5, 8, more like 8, right? And that's 8 seasons, averaging 30 points a game, averaging 90 games a year, meaning so obviously, 70 something games and particular rounds in the playoffs, at least a couple, because if you go game 7, right, 2 rounds, that's 14 games. So if he averaged 30 where he's at right now, he'd catch him in about 7.5. But shit, LeBron is still adding to it, number one. And two, I mean, will he be able to go
Sustain
another, sustain 7, 8 seasons without injuries, play at that same level? So now if he's not doing that, then we're talking about stretching this thing to maybe 9
How
or
old
10.
is he?
I don't know how old Giannis is.
Is he like 31, 30?
He'll be 31 in like a week.
He'll be 31 in a week.
Okay.
So
Wow.
which means he's so by Chris's math, he had to play till 38, 39.
Yeah. I mean,
The way he plays though,
Jesus.
it's too much bully ball. Can
Yeah.
he sustain that?
Yeah, he's physical player.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen him more do that Dirk Nowitzki one-legged fadeaway more, which has been looking sweet. So he has added that to his game. But we all know he leads the NBA in points in the paint at like 22. So we know where the bulk of his buckets is coming from. It's getting downhill. So to sustain that for the next 7.5, 8 years, I just don't see it. Not
That's a
the way
stretch.
not the way he plays.
But he's
I
at
mean-
47 now with 21,000, right? LeBron obviously is at number 1 with 42,000.
So double.
So another 20,000 points.
Plus, him and LeBron didn't have the same start. Like Giannis was coming off the bench
Right.
for the longest time.
And I was just about to say that.
LeBron came out the gate averaging 20. So that's already a huge jump right there. Plus, LeBron's never had a major injury, never had like a major surgery or nothing like that.
But when you look at that list, KD's at 8, right? And Darian will love this. KD's at 8 with 30,000, right? How many more years does KD go? Does KD challenge that? 2? 2 more years? That's it. He's going
He's
to.
Isn't
37.
that his
or
contract right
36?
now? Didn't he just sign that for 2 years, some shit like that?
Yeah, it was 2 years.
Yeah. So I would say after that he's probably done.
So why is KD done and LeBron not? I mean, KD he's still at a high level.
I
He
think-
still could continue. Why would KD?
I
be
think
done?
because KD's had more significant injuries
Yeah,
than
injuries is
LeBron.
crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
That's why. Like, what was can we remember the last time they said LeBron had surgery today?
I don't think he's never had surgery,
Shit,
right?
has
Like
he ever had a
surgery.
real surgery? Yeah, like
No.
nothing torn, probably. Yeah,
He's
never.
He's just had nicks and knacks like a hamstring, an ankle, or a groin.
Yeah, real quick, just going back to Giannis, just quick sidebar, like the fact that we're comparing. I mean, this speaks volumes about LeBron more than anybody. I know every time we bring up something, it's always volumes about LeBron, but like Giannis has averaged 30, 29, 28, even high 20, 27, 28 for a very long time. And the fact that we're saying he still has to go another 8 years, despite his first 2 years in the league, to even try to catch Bron, again, it's just a testament to how great LeBron is and how great he's been for a very long time. Like, even those 2 first seasons for Giannis, where he averaged 7 points and 13 points, like, we got to think that's only 2 years in his career where he's been, below 20. The rest of it has been crazy. Like, to me, he's a gold standard of consistent scoring at a high level too. And he's not even, I mean, if he doesn't go to 38, then yeah, he's not catching it. So that's just crazy to me. Crazy.
How many seasons would that be at the end of his career if he ends at like 38?
He's in his 12th season right now, so 20 years
20 years.
exactly. If he goes another 8 years.
You know what the crazy part is? I think this would be the first year ever we see LeBron not average at least 20.
But even more crazy, I'm gonna go with the old guy. Kareem did 20 years and sat atop this shooting. Did he shoot any threes?
I don't think so. Maybe like one chucked up because it was the end of the shot clock.
Okay, here's my thing on this then, Chris, because there's two sides to every coin, right? If you're gonna tell me that centers can't be the best center anymore because they're not playing a league full of centers, how can we really credit him for being the tallest and most fastest guy amongst those players back then? You know what I mean? When he wasn't playing against anybody either. If Jokic ain't playing against any center, then you can't say he would.
Who did he not play against?
You know, yeah, early
Played
on in his
against
early
Ralph
on in the career.
Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Walton.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back.
Pretty
to
sure
this,
he played
to
against
this
Will
list.
towards the tier end.
Yeah, he played against Will.
Nah. Beginning to most of the career. Go back to beginning.
If you want to talk about Bill Russell,
Moses Malone, Pat Ewing, Bill
Daryl
Walton.
Dawkins.
Who you talking about? Wes Unseld,
Yeah.
Artis Gilmore, Willis Reed. I mean,
Are they on
which
your
era?
ass right now?
Like which
Nobody
era?
asked
To
you,
Bob
Ashley,
Lanier?
damn.
Shit, Bill Lambier.
I ain't on
which
it.
era?
I'm just stating a fact.
Yeah, true.
Trying to figure out which year you talking about, buddy.
Yeah,
Parrish, Robert
I
Parrish,
think
too?
I think it was
Spencer
I think it was
Haywood,
what,
Tree
19
Rollins,
I think it was 1960
Ralph Sampson?
I thought it was 69. That's 69 70 something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You got to be talking about Bill Russell.
Yeah, him too.
There
him
you
too.
go. And Bill Russell was only 6'9".
He's only 6'9".
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't that tall. I mean, for his era, he was tall as shit, which is alarming that the fact that he only averaged like 16 points a game on like 45% field goal percentage. I'm not. That's just the
funny,
facts.
actually. That's funny actually.
No,
That's
big
just the
dog.
facts.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of incredible centers, bro. You just. I know you're still a young fella and all, but
Yeah.
you way off on that one, big dog.
I got a question for Chris.
Come on with it.
Would 2025 role players be all stars in the 90s?
Get the fuck out of here, man. Listen, no, hell no, no. Like I don't even understand why that's even a topic. I don't know what I don't understand this idea that the skill is so. I told somebody this the other day. True story. Wilson Channel. Y'all see it right there. Okay. 2007 draft, right? Fucking forever ago. 20 years ago now, right? But Isaiah was the GM of the Knicks at that time. And obviously he took Wilson. You guys know the story, blah, blah, blah. We had a promise. He took him, et cetera. We go, he flies in because we weren't even going to go. He flies us in like 2 nights before. And we go to the Knicks practice facility and, he's going to do this workout. There's this little guy fucking dribbling and doing all this shit on the side. I thought it was like one of their coaches and trainers and taking them through like these different workouts. And my main man, Rodney Hurd, says, guy comes over and daps me up and got a hat on. He's like, Chris, what's wrong with you? You don't know Zeke no more? And I look, it's fucking Zeke. Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Fame Isaiah, is over there handling the ball like you guys would say Kyrie. I had this argument with my nephews the other day. These guys were skilled at a different level. You just had coaches that would say, good shot, bad shot, whatever. We had Kelvin Torbert on the podcast not too long ago who, could have came out of high school, had a guarantee. We talked about the thing, what went wrong for him at Michigan State. What was it? It's the confidence. It's the coach telling you bad shot, good shot, so on and so forth. And he kind of changed his entire game, never touched the NBA. It's just a different deal, man. You guys need to we need to get Mark Jackson on the podcast and let him talk about what he saw and why did he change the game of basketball with letting Steph and Clay go fucking bananas with launching from anywhere. It's a coaching thing. Because prior to that, Steph had bad ankles. They was talking about trading him. He wasn't the guy like that. And if Mark Jackson doesn't make that decision, just a whole different era. So hell no, Aaron. The fucking role players today would be role players or coming off the bench in the 90s because there was only 12 guaranteed contracts prior to 2007, 2005, when it moved to 15. And prior to that, it was only 10. So they would be what they call the IR player, injured reserve player. You only had 10 players on the roster. So no.
So Draymond Green won't be.
You ain't about to keep in no fight with Draymond.
I was trying to see if I could.
I mean, but second
Come on
round
now.
picks usually didn't make the team. Second round picks
True.
didn't have guaranteed contracts. They still are not totally fully guaranteed, but they didn't have second round. They didn't have guaranteed contracts. You didn't have two ways, and you only had 10 roster spots. So it was tougher. Hell no. On that note, D,
Just had to ask. Just had
want
to
to get me
ask.
riled up out here. Yeah.
Good shit. All right, hey, Miller, go ahead and wrap us up.
All right, Chad, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Entirely NBA hosted by Entirely Media. Tune in next time. Thank you.